All right, let's list like a pro. Here we go. Are you ready? Today we are going to be talking about the office. All right, the office. What do I mean by the office? It's usually a room. Maybe it was the old dining room. Maybe it was an old bedroom. Maybe it's partially a sewing room and partially an office. Okay, so why am I worried about this one room? Why does that seem so important? Well, part of the reason is because in today's particular situation, the office becomes a lot more important. What do I mean by that? You might say, "Well, Skip, we don't use the office. It's just a room that kind of collects junk, or that's where the computer sits, or hey, that's that's where we put the filing cabinet, so we call that the office." Hey, that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. But in today's work environment, a lot of people are actually working from home, and so because they're working from home, what you're going to see is that room becomes very important to them. Is it bright? Is it airy? Is it good for doing Zoom meetings? Could they set up a green screen? There's lots of things that could go into this room that you have to take into consideration because people are working from home now. You'll see a lot of this focus on, hey, I need an office. It's not this situation where, hey, I want an office, or I think an office would be a good thing. It's this idea that, hey, we actually need an office so that I can work out of it for my job. Or the kids are going to be doing their schooling in that room. There's lots of reasons why you want to take this room and make it very specific. And what I mean by that is you want to modernize it, make it feel fresh and clean. You might even want to change the flooring out in it. You might want to put a little extra focus into this particular room. Again, why are we doing this? Why are we focusing in specifically on the office? For a lot of people, this is now a very important room. And I've seen this in my buyers. The more and more I've worked with them over the last year, this office becomes very important. It's a room that could make or break the sale. Used to be the kitchen, your bathrooms. Those are very important. Not putting any less stress on those. But I am saying I'm adding now to this importance level of the office. Now, when I say that, what I mean by that is you've got to consider this more than maybe we would have 5 years ago. Because 5 years ago, you wouldn't have seen this emphasis on having a home office that you could actually work out of. A lot of times what I would see is I'd see a room that had some stuff in it, and then it also had a desk in it, or it might had a really cool desk in it, but it was kind of cluttered with other things. I sold one just recently, and it was an office, but it also had a sewing room in it. So it had this weird dual purpose thing going on. Again, is there anything wrong with that for how you're going to live? No, if you want to take a room and divide it, but the second that you say, hey, I want to sell it, then basically what you want to do is you want to make every room have a purpose. You want it to feel like whatever it is that the room is supposed to present. In other words, I don't want a partial bedroom, partial sewing room. I don't want a craft room / sewing room. I don't want that. I don't want to see that. And the reason is because when someone enters the room, they need to feel like they automatically just know what this room is. The more you kind of dual purpose a room, the harder it is for a buyer to walk in and realize what you're doing with the room. Now, when I say that, you might have an office in your master bedroom. So you might have a master bedroom, but it's really big. So you've got an office inside of it. Again, nothing wrong with that. Not saying you should take the office out of there. I'm saying it should be very delineated as to what a room's purpose is and how you're using it. Another aspect here that we probably should talk about is it should be modern. It should feel crisp and clean. It should feel like you could use it just immediately as an office. I've seen a lot of pictures of realtors. They'll put pictures on of a home office, and it almost looks super staged. It just doesn't even look functional, like someone could actually use it as an office. You almost want that feel. You want somebody that is going to work from home to have this like desire to come see your house because of the office. Again, I am elevating the level of the office up a little bit. And the reason I am is because of the current situation of people looking for houses that have a really specific office. In other words, if you have an office that doesn't have doors, that's really a bad deal for an office, because you want to be able to shut the door, go where it's quiet, have a Zoom meeting, do those things that you need to do to get the job done. So again, quick points. Number one, make it a specific room. Make it an office. Make sure it's clean and crisp and really clear that it's an office and it's ready to go. You might even spend money to paint it, to kind of dress it up. You want to depersonalize it. So you don't want your stuff in there. I don't care what college you went to. I don't care who your favorite sports teams are. None of that makes any difference. You want to depersonalize it so that when the person walks in, they feel like they can make it their own. They don't have to kind of change their mindset to make it theirs. You've already done that by taking your stuff out of the way. The other thing too is you really want to just modernize it. If you have a laptop, you'd want to leave a spot for a laptop. If you've got a printer that maybe is tucked away, that could be easily showcased. If you have an old nasty filing cabinet, you probably want to get it out of there so that it's not viewed, even though, hey, I use that a lot because I keep all my bills in there. Well, that's okay, but get it out of there, put it in the garage so that no one has to look at that old nasty thing. And then it's not a showcase point of the office. So saying all that, I would love to come and help you take a look at your listing if you're thinking about selling maybe in a year or so, or maybe you're getting to the point where you're saying, hey, we're ready to list now. I can come and help you kind of look at all your rooms individually, walk through them, and then give you some pointers, some suggestions. That's something that's something free that we do. And so if there's something we can do, feel free to reach out. My name is Skip. This is my channel. I appreciate you. Thanks. Make it a great day.